Hey, what is up everybody? Platform Disciple here, and I have the results of our free-to-play ranked series. Although I didn't show that many games relative to the total number I played, we did end up in top 100, I believe 88th, unless it changed while I was offline. And we have our ranked reward token to prove it. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. So 51 to 100. I think this is just a solid indicator, as I've been trying to express the whole time, that players with very small collections, or even like no collection in this case, can pretty easily get into top 100. And I believe, I mean, there are a couple reasons for that. One is, as I have been saying, the number of cards you get for free and the quality of cards you get for free are pretty high. And with the introduction of the cheaper and higher quality decks that you can buy in the store, I think that's even more the case now that a newer player can get competitive very quickly. But there's also another reason that it's quite easy to get top 100, which is that very, very few people are playing ranked. Like, I didn't have to play nearly as many games as I should have to get into top 100. I don't know the total number of games I played, but it was a minimal effort thing, even with the free-to-play decks, or free-to-play deck in this case, because I actually only ended up using one of them in ranked. I made a few others, but the one I had been using was just so effective and was working so frequently that I stuck with it. I do have these other ones. I don't think they're as good or as reliable. Let's just open this up. But anyways, because there are so few players playing ranked, it's very easy to get top 100. And I guess the reason for this is, let's say, and I don't think this number is too far-fetched. Let's say 250 players play ranked. And I don't know how many players play regularly, or how many players play just 1 or 2 ranked games per month, but I think 250 players is not a crazy estimate. That means that you only really need to be in the top third, or even less, to get top 100. And that is largely a result of the small player base, but I think that is also in part because the current rank system does not encourage players to play enough, which is because it only rewards the top players, top 100 players. So if there are 1,000 people playing Infinity Wars, only people who think that they have time to get into the top 100 are going to play it, or people that have the ranked quests, because there are quests that encourage you to play ranked. I unfortunately don't have one today, so I can't show you that. But the ranked quests are good. They encourage people to play ranked, but they don't encourage players to really get that involved in ranked. And I would like to see that changed. It wouldn't surprise me if that is a project that the developers are going to work on at some point. But I've said this time and time again, rewarding only the top 100 players is not a sustainable system. Anyways, a couple other things I want to say about going free to play and ranked. Other than now you can buy these decks from the store, is the strategy that I used in building this deck, and the strategies that you should use if you're also free to play. And for some reason, my game is lagging like crazy right now. It has something to do with me recording, but fortunately, it's not going to affect this video too much. because for the most part we're looking at still images. But the key thing in building a free-to-play deck or modifying one of the decks from the store is recognizing which staples you have for which factions. And the term staple refers to cards that you nearly always want to use in certain factions, decks, or archetypes. Like a good example is Flame Dawn Commando, and you get 3 Flame Dawn Commandos for free just by completing the campaign. Likewise, Death Ray, Lightning Blast. These are staple cards, and if you have these cards, which you do because you've done the campaign, you're that much closer to having a more competitive deck for that faction. So the key thing is to A, recognize which cards are staples, and B, recognize which factions you have the most staples from. And then you typically will go from there. And what's really nice about these decks in the store, and I actually did buy the Descendants of the Dragons one, is that they include an extremely high number of staple cards. Like, rares aside, staple cards are what really build decks. Like, let's just take a look at this Exiles Descendants of Dragons one. Let's go over staple cards. Gohan is a staple commander. Tibat is a extreme staple card. Adaptive Ritualist, also a staple card. Spontaneous Combustion, Infected Devil, Yuanshi's Wrath, cards that you want high numbers of. And those are some of the cards you should be paying most attention to. There are supplementary cards like Kidnapped by Demons and stuff, but that's not nearly as important to a deck like this one as having something like Tibat. So that's pretty much what I want to say. I don't know if I have much else I want to talk about in this video. I'm not going to be doing the same challenge for ranked this month. I might give myself a different challenge. Either I might try to use only the weekly free decks / the ones that you buy from the store. I might try to do that. Or I might just try to dedicate myself to getting much higher on the ranked leaderboard. But my main complaint right now is I'm personally not nearly as motivated to play ranked because of the I don't think it's not that the rewards are bad. It's that the rewards don't encourage me to get competitive because I don't have to try very hard to get top 100. I put in an extremely minimal effort. I sat around the bottom of the ranked ladder and just didn't have to play very much to reap the rewards. I mean, of course, that's fine for players who don't want to play that much, but I would like for the bar to be higher, for me to be more challenged. And although I could challenge myself by just saying get top 10 or something like that, I don't know. It feels to me more like I don't know, a battle of quantity of games as opposed to quality or something. I don't know. I just really don't like the current reward system, and I would like to see a skill measurement aside from just the ranking in the top 100. I would like that to be expanded to maybe benchmark points where at a certain rating, you'll get guaranteed some reward at the end of the month, like perhaps every 500 rating points. And I mean highest rating, not current rating. Every 500, you'll get a booster or something like that. It doesn't need to be large, but it should be enough to get people more excited to play, because I want to see more people playing ranked is just the main thing. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about today. I've actually been kind of sick lately, and I don't want to record very long. But I trust that I will feel better in the next couple days, and we'll try to make some more videos. But until then, everybody, peace out.